So yeah, I'm gonna talk to you real quick about my thing with folding knives. Now, if you have seen my... Whoa, we gotta go. Yeah, if you've seen my last video, which was about my fixed blades and my sort of thought process with fixed blades, this is basically me nattering on about folding knives and what I look for with them. For me, I've said it in the last video, folding knives are where my passion lies with blades. It's what I really enjoy. It's where I get all my enjoyment really from with knives, for the most part. And I do look at them more as a collectible plaything and not essentially just tools, because I know for a lot of people fixed blades are very much a tool option. Oh, too hot there, nearly the top of my left testicle. Yeah, like with flippers and all, you can just sit there and enjoy them, play with them all day long. Yeah, it's something that I'm really enjoying. It's something I personally am very fond of. For me, folding knives, I look at them in two categories, which whenever it comes to what I look for. There's the UK legal knives that I look for, and then the just general everyday type folding knives. For me, having a good variety of both as a tool option is always a good thing, but also taking that aside, I just really enjoy the general folding knives. With a UK legal knife, that's where I tend to focus more of the tool type mentality to them. It's where I do look for more practicality side of things than just, oh, I like it, I want it. Like there's some, like, believe it or not, at this point I don't have quite possibly the most popular UK legal knife there is, and that's a Spyderco UK PK. Like, I don't have that yet. UK legal knives aren't necessarily my #1 priority, which really is stupid. I really need to sort that bit out. My UK legal knives, well, put it like this, I've only got a handful, and that's, you know, really stretching. And with locking knives, like your typical folding blades, I'm very open to a lot of different styles and types of knives. Basically, if I like it, I'm going to try and work it so that I can get it, you know. Now, a big part of folding knives and knives in general, as you know, is their blade steel. Lately, I've really been wanting to go with the higher end steels, and I've said this in my previous videos. A higher end blade steel for me is what I look for nowadays. I'm wanting that XHP, I'm wanting that S35 VN, that S110, you know, that powder metallurgy steel that is just a better performer. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not criticizing the likes of the 8CR 13 MOV and the Oz 8s. It's just, it's not where I'm wanting to put my money these days. But also, I don't want to be, like, I've got a fair share of that middle of the run type knife. Well, especially that middle of the pack quality level. I've got plenty of that, so I don't really want to go back to that. I want to keep moving that forward. Blade shapes, hey, I'm down for anything. Like, I know the stereotypical knife shape that isn't the best for ADC is Tantos, but honestly, I've got, what is it? I've got 3 Makusta katanas, and they're a Tanto. I found them to be actually a very good everyday carry knife. As you probably know, I carry a Makusta of some variety every single Sunday. It's my Sunday knife. Yeah, I'm a big Makusta fan. Like, they do have their flaws, but I like it. Clip blades, I love clip blades. Spear point, drop point, I'm down with it all. I'd try anything. Recurves with the actual edge side of things, I'm happy enough with. Yeah, they can be a bit tricky to sharpen, but I just take my time with it, I figure it out. You know, it's not too bad. Whenever it comes to the grinds, that's whenever I really divert from just aesthetics and what I like and practicality. Like I said before about my Microtech DOC, it's a spear point slash drop point, whatever you really want to look at it. You'd think all of a sudden, yeah, that's fine for everyday carry, but the grinds, it's a compound grind blade, so up near the nose we've got a different grinding angle to near the base of the blade. Now in the aesthetics side of that, it looks class. There's nothing really out there that it looks like, you know. From that side of things, I love it. In everyday carry and everyday type tasks, it really isn't the best. Find yourself being a bit more, you're thinking more about where you're going to be cutting on the knife, as in like near the base, near the midpoint. For that side of things, on a practicality side of it, I do like to have a consistent grind throughout for a practical standpoint, but hey, if it looks class, I'm likely to go for it, you know. There is a knife made by Jason Bryce. He doesn't make it anymore, but it was called the Reloader, and it was a recurved Tanto. It looks class. It does fill some practical roles, I'll be honest. You can see practicality sides of it that is beneficial, but it is more of just a really cool design more than anything, you know. So for grinds with EDC knives, hollow grinds, full flats, it's all good with me. I do enjoy a more finer edge on my EDC knives because they get used for so many different things, you know. On the whole deployment side of things, again, alright, I'm not a big fan of nail nicks, which is your stereotypical deployment method on slip joint knives. I just don't like them. So whenever it comes to UK legal knives, Spyderco, I think really, oh, I hate this section of road. It's all bumpy, it's all gouged up. Oh, that hurt. Yeah. So Spydercos with their deployment holes, I find, are the best for UK legal knives, because I do the whole one-hand opener side of things is a big part for me. The locking mechanisms, honestly, I love a lot of different types. Frame locks are great. The Benchmade axis lock, the Spyderco cage ball bearing lock, a typical liner lock, I'm a fan of it all. So that doesn't really play a big factor in it for me. But whenever it comes to slip joints, you know, I take it as it is. But the UK legal knives that we are allowed, that Boker make, are typically a modified liner, a modified frame lock. So basically, the frame lock provides a tension for a ball bearing to be the lockup. And my issue with that is I don't find it being as secure, and it's got a higher probability of slipping. And that's actually just from my own usage. I find that I've got a Boker Plus Nano 42 designed by a guy called Dave Curtis, really talented knife maker. But it's a frame lock, it's a little UK legal knife, but it's not the best for relying on, if anything, you know. Whenever it comes to handle construction, like overall construction of the knife, I do like having a knife that I can take apart for cleaning. Now, I know an awful lot of companies, that means you're voiding the warranty. Here in the UK, warranty service is always a hassle, so it's not a big deal. And plus, it's nice to know exactly how your knife operates. So yeah, the construction side of it, regarding stainless, I ran wide there. Regarding stainless steel liners and all, I couldn't care less. The weight side of it for me isn't a big factor. I just want a secure knife for the task I'm using it for, that's just my thought process on it all. If there is liners, I do prefer to be skeletonized liners. You know, it does take it away, take a bit of weight away at least, because it's not a big factor to me, but there's a lot of crap on the road. Yeah, it's not a big factor, but oh, that was, I hit something there. It was a bit unpleasant. I completely blanked there what I was saying. Basically, liners, I can take them or leave them, not a big deal. I just want to be secure, and the weight side of things isn't 100% a deal killer with me, especially if I like the knife. Handle materials, I love carbon fiber. At the moment, I'm really on a carbon fiber kick. It's just a material that I always want more of. Now, if the knife's got FRN handles, doesn't mean I'm not going to get it. I really enjoy FRN. One of my favourite knives, the Spyderco Manix 2, that is in a FRCP, and it is a great material. The texture as well is fantastic, I'll be honest. I love it. Whenever I can, I'll not, like, say if it's the same knife but there's two different options in handle materials, I'll go for the higher end material. It doesn't rule everything out. G10, yeah, I enjoy G10. It doesn't have to be super high traction with the likes of the cold steels. You know, I'm happy enough just taking a fairly conventional checkering pattern on G10. It's nice to get a bit of traction, plus it's nice in the hand. Again, I'm really looking at that higher end handle material these days. Whenever it comes to the pocket clip side of things, it's funny because Spyderco's wire pocket clip, people love that thing so much. Like, seriously, they love it to a ridiculous level. Like, they really love that thing. But for me, I just don't. It's just not for me. There's something about it. Like, don't get me wrong, it works well. The knife in my pocket right now has a Spyderco wire pocket clip. Actually, so does a light, basically. It's got a wire clip as well. It just doesn't really float my boat. And the whole thing about it needs to be blackened, it needs to be low profile. If it's a bright steel clip, what I normally do personally is get a blowtorch and discolor it with the flames. It takes the brightness away from it, and it also adds a bit of colour and a bit of character to the pocket clip area. Plus it dulls it down so it's not just as in your face and shiny. Whenever it comes to the pocket clip, a lot of people are very persistent on a deep carry pocket clip. For me, a super deep carry is only beneficial to me if, one, I'm trying to hide it, and two, if I really don't want to lose it and there's a high probability of me losing it. Sitting on her phone. I want to be able to get to it quickly, access it securely. You know, that's just me. I'm not a big fan of having the loop over type pocket clips you see on the likes of the SOGs. Now, I have a SOG, I've got a mini Aegis. For what that knife does, it's fine. I'm happy enough with it, but it's not my go-to in regards to carry on a everyday type basis. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Like, my preferences in knives do change quite a lot depending on what I want, and honestly, whether or not I like the aesthetics of it and the way I like it in hand, my thing changes a lot. What I prefer. It is very dependent on, it is very dependent on basically how I'm feeling that day and whether or not I like it or not. It might sound really shallow and as if I've got no basis for a logical opinion on a knife, but honestly, I'm the sort of person, if I like it, I like it. You know, that's simple. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you stick around for more, and hopefully I get back to making the sort of videos that you're used to. But do me a favor, if you did like it, hit that like button, help me out with that, it'd be great. And stick with me, please. And sure, stick with me. You might enjoy whatever comes out next. So stay safe, God bless, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.